Get a good look at him. This is one guy, Pam. We'll be looking at him in our rearview mirror soon. Bigger and better things. He has talent. He likes yachts, and he's reporting from the ball. But no, he does. This kid's actually good.
Yeah,
It's Grant Lodes live. Grant.
The king of KRON, Gary Radnich, full of lies, as always. We are live at McCovey Cove. You see all the boats here. You see the fans inside AT&T Park. Chuck, go ahead and push in because they got those towels waving. They are ready for the first pitch. It hasn't happened yet, but if last night was any indication, tonight is going to be quite electric. Our final option is that the Tigers are going to somehow come back and win this thing, and something tells me that will be the least popular response on our KRON4 Facebook poll, but we will just have to wait and see. We'll have those results coming up later in the show. And Gary and Pam, I know you guys are professionals. You are journalists, so you would never do something like put this panda hat on your head while you're working, right?
Gary would.
No, I would not. That kid's never going to make it. When there's a game 5 minutes away and he's playing with a hat, just terrible journalism. Terrible journalism. No, that guy, Pam, get a good look at him. You won't be seeing him in about a year.
Well, what about Justine Waldman?
Yeah.
She's already also out at AT&T Park tonight. Justine.
Oh, geez, stop it. What in the hell's the matter with people? Pam, there's a game in 5 minutes. Don't they feel the pressure? Justine, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. I'm going to Aaron Perro now. I will not work on a show where it's just you're just trying to attract an audience through silliness. This is journalism.
Well,
oh, gosh.
Gary, I almost wore a beard, a fear the beard, but I thought this might be a little more appropriate.
Oh.
Anyway, Grant and I are going to have a contest to see who wore the panda hat better, because we are just some of the many Pablo Sandoval fans who are willing to wear something this ridiculous to support number 48, because pandemonium has now taken over. Here's Pablo Sandoval.
We've got an email segment that we do with my wife every week, but Grant, at least, you know, Grant goes one better. His wife works at KRON, does the morning news.
Right.
Is this the first time you two have worked together?
It is, but we don't have our own segment yet.
No, we don't need your own segment.
You'll work up to that.
No, but are there many husbands and wives in the country that do that?
Not to my knowledge. Maybe we could get like a double date one night, you know? Like you and Alicia, bring Justine in.
That's
you have to wake her up, but you know, we can get her in.
Yeah. Okay, no, but anyway, you see Grant's wife works the early morning. Do you guys ever see each other? Because you're, you know,
No.
Well, that's good for the marriage. Because I go home between all the shows and Lacey's kind of tired.
It's like we're traveling on business all week.
Yeah, that's great. All right, will you check this out, see if it works, maybe get the segment.
Some scientific truth behind what's often called the 5-second rule. Grant is here with the new research.
I mean, who are these scientists who decide that this is what they're working on? Well, if you haven't heard it, there's an old saying that if you drop your food on the floor and pick it up in less than 5 seconds, still good to eat. Now, researchers are saying the old adage is true. A study by Aston University in England found the faster people pick up food that they've dropped, the less chance there is that bacteria will get on the food. 5 seconds or less seem to be the safest time limit. The study also found carpet is the safest surface off which to eat this food, since bacteria doesn't get stuck to it as easily as, say, a tile or laminated surface. That surprised me. I would think it would be easier to clean a tile surface.
Yeah, and you're certainly hoping this is not happening in restaurants.
Like that.
Like this one. It's funny because when we were kids, we used to, if we would drop something on the ground, we'd pick it up real fast and say, kiss it up to God, to try to keep the germs off. That was our whole thing going on in our head. Well, I'm still here. I haven't passed out yet, so I guess it worked.
All right, so I eat these like every day, peanut butter filled pretzels.
Okay.
This isn't the floor, but I'm sure it's not sterile.
Okay, but I'm not going to join you in this.
No? Okay, well, you still, what? 5-second rule. I feel fine.
And he's still alive,
I feel fine.
Ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Grant, for that demonstration.
That's going on inside, and we'll have kickoff in a little while, but all day in the parking lot behind us, people have been tailgating. If you want to get here early, today's the day to do so, and Justine Waldman joins us now. You've been out there with the fans all day, and you've been to the stick several times, but did it feel different this time?
It did. Fans fans they're sad. They're definitely excited to be at a football game, and they're always excited whenever there's a game at the stake, but there's definitely a sense of fans feeling a little nostalgic and sentimental and trying to take it all in and definitely making a party out of it. There's no holding back during a tailgate if you think it might be the last one ever.
He's been following this crime-fighting adventure all day. Grant.
That's right, Pam. This is just one of those stories where you say, OMG. Before today, we knew Miles only by this picture that the Make-A-Wish Foundation shared with us, but this morning, Miles literally transformed himself into Bat Kid. You see him there, and he transformed the country into a bunch of Bat Kid fans obsessed with the little guy's brave battle with cancer and his heroic day fighting crime, keeping Gotham City safe. The big day started at 10 a.m. when he left the Grand Hyatt in Union Square in his Batmobile there, a donated Lamborghini. From Union Square, he answered a call for help in Russian Hill. That's where a damsel in distress was rescued from the cable car line. Hyde between Union and Green was flooded with people. Bat Kid jumped into action, rescuing the damsel. She was tied up on the cable car tracks, and a suspicious device, that green thing, needed to be disarmed. No problem for Bat Kid. Gets a big, long hug, eventually a kiss from his damsel. From there, though, back in the Batmobile, Bat Kid was off to the financial district. That's where the Riddler was robbing a bank vault near Montgomery and Clay. Bat Kid was on the run again, heading into the building, making short work of the Riddler, who was loaded into an SFPD paddy wagon, hauled away. Bat Kid taking a moment here to bask in the glory, waving as his thankful fans fight to get close enough to actually get a glimpse of him. One got a high five right there from the financial district. It was back to Union Square, where Bat Kid dined like a king, chowing down at Burger Bar. The Bat Kid's arch enemy, though, the Penguin, led a flash mob which told Bat Kid there was a problem at AT&T Park. The Penguin kidnapped Giants mascot Lucille, and his efforts were needed again. Bat Kid jumped right into action again, arriving at the ballpark, and that's where KRON4's Justine Waldman met with Bat Kid. Justine eventually made her way to City Hall for the key ceremony and the grand finale, and that is where Justine somehow got close enough to Miles to snap this picture. She tweeted it out at Justine Waldman, and now people on the Twitter are saying she's leaving me for Bat Kid, saying I should be jealous. Well, Justine, let's set the record straight. Is our marriage over? Have you moved on to a real life, albeit 5-year-old superhero? Tell me it's not the case. Say it ain't so.
No, Grant, I still love you, but I do love our little Bat Kid. He was such a hero today, and while his adventures did end here at City Hall, it was at AT&T Park where the Caped Crusader saved the day.
Gotham will be mine.
Come Wednesday night.
Which could be Game 6, but we don't think there's any way that the series is going to come back to San Francisco for Game 6. We do want to show you a couple key moments, though, from the Giants' win tonight in Detroit. The Tigers fans fired up, saying it's Tiger Town. San Francisco has quite a different agenda, though. Top 2, no score. Gregor Blanco, this was the big hit. Takes Anibal Sanchez off the right center field wall. Hunter Pence comes in to score 1-0 Giants. The Giants made it 2-0 in the second. And then Ryan Vogelsong, this is a key moment. Bottom 7, the Giants with that 2-0 lead. He gets Miguel Cabrera, the Triple Crown winner, to pop up. He punches his helmet in frustration after that. Nice game for Vogelsong. And then bottom 9, that's what Sergio Romo does. He's been dialed in, striking out Omar Infante for the final out. The Giants can wrap this thing up tomorrow as the bench does what it's gotten really used to doing, celebrating wins. The Giants, for the second game in a row, notching a 2-0 victory. 2 straight shutouts. And the Giants, in their past 6 games, dating back to the Cardinals series, have outscored their opponents 32-4.
Wow.
Let's go Giants.
Customs officials say the sender back in Berlin was given a postal violation. Those bugs were euthanized in alcohol. Yuck.
I'm glad they were able to find them through the x-ray machine.
One actually made it.
Oh!
That's awful. That's awful.
Now that I totally did not expect.
I'm going to have a hard time sleeping just thinking about that crawling around.
It's not dead.
Oh, God.
Goodness.
Thank you, Grant.
What is the science behind sexy accents? In the case of James Bond, it's the right kind of British accent. They have him speaking Queen's English.
Nothing does it for me like an upper Midwest, like a Fargo.
Yeah.
I just love.
Yeah, upstate Wisconsin.
What happened?
That's where you're from.
Well, no, it's not where I'm.
You don't-
I worked there.
Oh,
I
you
worked
worked
in
there,
Milwaukee.
okay.
Yeah.
I would say Australian.
Sure.
Okay. Australian accent, yeah.
I'm from Philly. We have horrible accents. It's like,
Really?
oh yeah, we'll go over to the corner store, get a half dozen coconut donuts, and then come back and we'll eat them all up and then watch the birds.
Yeah. There's some parallels with Wisconsin.
I'm telling
Canada,
you, they're my
Canada.
people.
Several years ago, the FDA warned against buying that milk, but it doesn't seem to be stopping some of those die-hard bodybuilders now. Well, if you are hungry tonight, this next story may or may not help out. Grant is here to fill us in on a new culinary creation. I don't know about this one, Grant.
I'm also not sure about drinking breast milk to get bigger. We have plenty at my place. You come over, the fridge, the freezer, packed, but I stick to 1%.
Well, that's being the new dad, of course.
I don't know. I mean, I could use muscles, but not at that cost. You mentioned this, and this has a ton of people talking tonight. Bacon wrap pizza. They are the Undead Betty's. Hey, the Undead Betty's roller derby team. They're based out of Antioch. They've been beating each other up. They're going to continue to do that throughout the weekend, along with all the other stuff going on here, the rides, the food, the games. Earlier today, because I can't really skate, I tried to walk on water. Yeah, that didn't go so well either. Here we go. Walking on water. Nothing to it, right? Nothing to it. Whoa! All right, get back up. If you fall, get back up and run like a gerbil, right? Man, that's tiring. Whew. This is nice, though. This is kind of my idea of a good time. Not necessarily walking on water, lying on it. Whoa, 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 come on. What was the foul there?
No, she called it off.
Oh, all right. Well, whatever.
There was less than 2 minutes left.
Less than 2 minutes left in the half. If you guys play fantasy roller derby, you want to pick up number 241. She's a beast out there, just wrecking people, elbows. I really have no control over this thing. Anyway, the Contra Costa County Fair, this is the most fun I've had working in years. I really encourage you guys to come out. It's going on till Sunday. I'm going to keep coming into you. 11 in the morning it starts. It ends at like midnight, so you can be here all day and you can see this business. It is fun for the whole family. It is awesome. Only $8 for adults and $5 for kids. Thanks, Jeff. We're gonna keep doing this because how do you stop? Do you use this like front thing? I don't know. I'm gonna fall. Anyway, Catherine, I miss you, but I've had a good time today.
You are a brave man. That's all I can say. All right, thank you, Grant Lodes.
I'm a dumb man. No. I'm an idiot.
No, you're not. Thank you, Grant.
Grant, you're starting to emerge. I mean, the people are probably sending stuff your way.
No.
Okay, all right. And you would probably give it back because of the journalist that you are.
Yeah, I've decent integrity.
So see how I worked it? So Pam takes hers. What do you think of Pam for accepting gifts?
I didn't say I take gifts.
You're a little pot stirrer. You know, you just...
I just would like to know that...
Chef Gary. You get a good look at this, Gary. They cannot keep these things on the shelves. And our director at KRON, Dan, said only women and males under the age of 12 wear these. So, you know, here it goes.
Oh, my gosh.
Pretty good?
Now, you can get away with it. I'm just curious. This is a crazy thing asking a guy with the panda hat on. Is this the first time? Now, you're a sportsman. Is this the first time you've ever stood outside at a World Series?
No. It's a great story. When I was working in Fort Myers, Florida, for an NBC affiliate there, they sent me up to Boston when the Red Sox were in the World Series, because the Red Sox trained in Fort Myers. That's where they had spring training. So you're a little market in Fort Myers. you get a spring training team, they become a team you follow all season. So when the Red Sox made it to the World Series, you know, at the last minute, the news director says, oh, let's go up, let's have a presence there. But there wasn't time to get me credentialed. So we didn't have any credentials, but they sent us up anyway. We stood outside the ballpark, similar to this. I never made it into Fenway. I've never been to Fenway, but I did cover, technically, the Red Sox in the World Series in Boston back in 2007.
Pretty good. Hey, Grant, how long were you in Fort Myers?
About 2.5 years. That's where I met the lovely Justine Waldman, by the by.
Yeah, no, that is cute. No, really. No, you know what a nice couple is? Because normally in our business, it's just a ratty profession. But they have, no, you know what I mean? Just nobody's, it's just a rough. But Grant is married to this next young lady,
right,
and they're very, very sweet. In fact, it was cute. If you saw the top of the 5, yeah. She had the panda hat on,
yes,
and then she had her better half wearing a panda hat later. If that isn't love, let's go out to Justine Waldman, who, oh my God, all right, that's enough. All right, Justine, what's going on out in front of the stadium?
Well, Gary, you know how they say couples, after a while, they start dressing like each other? Maybe that's what Grant and I are doing.
No, that's really cute. No, well, forget the rest of this stuff. People who are interested in the game or watching the game. How long have you and Grant been married?
Oh, we're going to get into this now? We just celebrated our 2-year wedding anniversary.
Great. And that was kind of the goal, that you would kind of follow each other across the country?
Yeah, we're together for life, so wherever one of us goes, the other one will go.
Well,
like, we're
really
both here at AT&T Park. I know you have a lot of advice for us for a long, happy marriage. Sometimes you work with your wife, so you know what it's like.
No, I don't share anything. That's why I've been so happy. I keep everything to myself. But my point is, that is so cute that you guys are both young and happy. So if Grant gets a big job, you'll be leaving us too in the next year.
I mean, Gary, let's not go there right now. We love San Francisco. We get to cover the World Series. The Giants are playing in a World Series game behind me right now here at AT&T Park. This is a dream come true for both of us. And I'm really happy I'm wearing this hat. It's getting a little cold outside. I know you have some issues with it, though I want to get you one to wear. If I got you one to wear, would you wear it?
Hell no. No, I would not. No, just, I mean, Pam, I've been doing this too long. And on somebody, a young, attractive person with hopes and dreams, it's cute. A guy who's just hanging on for his next breath, you put it on, it's pathetic.